Hi everyone. Today we have another guest, and his name is Shlomi Podgaetz. You can check him out on our website, but just to give you a little teaser, he has a very vast experience in consulting, and out of 12 years in consulting business, he was for 4 years with McKinsey & Co., which is a very big and famous consulting company. And as such, I wanted to ask him, how did he come out of the traditional capital market finance consulting to the blockchain world and community?
Okay. Hi everyone. Well, I started on a very traditional path. I was in a managing startups back in 2008, 2009, both advising them on the side of my traditional job, but then also as an investor. And well, as the startup world started evolving and a lot of the projects started becoming more into what is now like a complete hype around blockchain, little by little, I got more and more involved. I'm currently working with 4 different startups that they are using blockchain to actually improve the way they do things. Some of them are looking at doing ICOs, and others is just because they really believe in the potential of the technology. And the key is on how to actually use it in a way that makes sense versus not just because everyone is doing it.
Okay, so that's where you come in. You evaluate the model that the company is looking to adopt, and then you make your suggestions. Is that the way it works?
So I don't think there is a particular model. It depends really on the case by case. I think my role is mostly around helping define a strategy for a startup or a company, and then what does a strategy means, and what are the tangible steps that anyone needs to take to go from point A to point B. Because it's very easy to create a shiny presentation that says this is our strategy, this is wanna be, it's very easy to create a white paper and say this is where we're going to be in 5 years. But the reality is the difficult part is on how you break down into tangible things that you can actually break down into different parts and tell some part of the team you need to be responsible for this, different people have to be responsible for other things. And that is the role I take with a lot of the startups, on helping them really break down into bite-sized pieces to say in a very simple way, and being able to track what is going on and be able to understand that it's not just about doing things, it's also about measuring the performance and figuring out, are we doing well or not based on what we're trying to achieve. So my role is kind of the translation of strategy into practical to-dos.
Amazing. And I think that in the startup world, this is one of the things that is always needed, because startup, by the nature of it, it doesn't have structure sometimes, and it's just a very, very new and fresh company. So it is very nice to have somebody to safeguard, such as yourself. So can you tell me a little bit about Rocket ICO and why you decided to get involved, and what do you like about this project?
Yeah, so I think that there is a lot of hype around what's going on now, and the hype is what blockchain can do. But I like Rocket ICO because as a community, I think it's still in a lot of pockets, but it's not very connected as people think. I constantly get requests of people to say, can you do introductions for me, people blockchain? And I'm like, well, I can, but what exciting is on Rocket ICO, I'll be able to connect one person with certain skills to a company that requires those skills, or even just be able to make connections between people with different skills. Because at the end of the day, the more skills that we all learn from each other, the better of the community will be down the line. Obviously, I think it's very different in different parts of the world. I currently live in South Africa for most of the part, but I spend a third of the year in the US, and I can compare the difference from one place to the other in terms of how developed these are, how easy it is to interact with the community. So I think that what Rocket ICO is trying to do is kind of breaking down some of the barriers that happen just naturally by location, by creating a platform where interactions can happen much more easier.
Thank you very much. And my last question is, what would your message be for our community, for all those people who are listening to us right now?
My message is really to focus first on building the community and then focus on the financial benefits of it. I think that there's a lot of people trying to just say, how can I make money out of what's going on, about all these ICOs, about blockchain? But the truth is that one is to have a medium to long-term view in terms of how this can evolve. I think that a lot of what we see today, very likely in a few years, will not exist, but there will be lots and lots of new innovation, and that's really what excites me. And I think people need to just not focus on today, but focus on what is the next thing. It's the same as like 15 years ago with the dot-com bubble, that a lot of the companies were happening when the hype started are not the companies that are there right now. And I think that there's a lot of the same parallels. So expand your network. That's the last advice I tell everyone.
Thank you very much. It was nice to have you with us today. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.